I'm George Chu. And, before I begin, I want to give a shout out to Arlen Huang, who suggested we revive the poems of Frances Chun, and I'm privileged to do that. For the Chinatown people, that's her dedication to the book. Yo vivo en el barrio chino de Nueva York. I live in New York's Chinatown. Some call it a ghetto. Some call it a slum. Some call it home. Little Italy or Northern Chinatown, to my mind, the boundaries have become fluid. I have two Chinatown moods. Times when Chinatown is a terrible place to live in. Times when Chinatown is the only place to live. The echoes of the night trucks bouncing off the cobblestones on Canal Street play on the silences in my bones. Playing games with the red and green light on the corner of Mott and Canal, we find an excuse to run. We who know that those who are brave cross Mott Street on a diagonal. Now, I have come out of retirement to share the poetry of Frances Chun with the new generation, you all. She's a Chinatown poet. Her writing captures what it was like growing up as a young Chinese woman in the 60s and 70s. She attended Chinatown public schools, PS 130, Junior High 65, and Washington Irving High School. She went to Smith College, graduating with a degree in math. We were 7th and 9th grade classmates and became lifelong friends. We had a English teacher in the 9th grade that made us memorize 500 lines of poetry and recite it to them during lunch. So no doubt that was the reason why we took up writing. We both have a poem in Yellow Pearl. Her mom worked as a seamstress in the garment factories, and her father was a waiter in uptown Chinese restaurants. She gave back to the community, teaching math at IS 131, the reincarnation of Junior High 65. Tragically, she died when she was 40. At her wake, half of the room was filled with her former students. But more than anything, she identified as a Chinatown girl. As her dedication in Crazy Melon indicates, the book is for the Chinatown people. It is Chinatown as a state of mind for Chinatown people wherever they live. Aside from the trees in Columbus Park and the tree along Canal Street that I call my tree because it mirrors my inner seasons, there are no green forests in sight. Bamboo is eaten out of a can and appears in the names applied to the people depending on which side of the ocean you were born. The ginkgo tree is a restaurant where my father and brothers served well-to-do white people who made cliches of sweet and sour pork, egg rolls, and spare ribs. We are forgetting the fan-shaped leaves of wind and ripple. And this is her poem about the Sun Sing Theater, an old theater on East Broadway under the Manhattan Bridge, which is now a supermarket and home to some trendy boutiques. Can't Cantonese opera at Sun Sing Theater. Diamonds glitter in black hair. The ass-length hair of the actresses, female and male impersonators. A red marriage bed behind curtains. Straight beards to the waist. Brocade and velvet. Cantonese puns. The visible curtain man in white t-shirt and gray work pants. He is my favorite actor. Off stage, a crazy shopping bag woman smoking nervously, shaking her fat body, spraying fruit juice on the woman next to her. The man with a gun under his belt. A Hong Kong lady draped on the arm of her man. Tape cassettes and medicine sold at intermissions. The chilly white water fountains. The silver trunks of Lana Wong. Chinese jazz. I fall in love with the flute music and, of course, the rumble of the night train to Brooklyn.